You know, I do this freaking stream enough that you'd think I would have a checklist at this point. But every time, I forget something. And it's almost always the same thing. That being said, hello everybody. Hello Dorn. Hello Bells. Hello Pom Pom Girl. Hello Lawful. Lawful, I'm sorry that you didn't get first. But Bells, I think, has sniped first for the last, like, 20 streams. You gotta be very quick with getting first if you want to get it. 'Cause Bells is just there, in the wings, waiting. And really, this is when you're gonna start doing construction of some sort? No? Alright. Ooh, that's actually a nice emote, Dorn. What's that? Who's that from? Oh, from Gwen. I like the little flowers. The lily violet, as it were. But hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy September. It's me, your sleepy boy, being sleepy, as per usual. I don't know how. I'll be refreshing. It'll be guaranteed gone by the time I arrive. Mobile can be an absolute jerk when it comes to trying to get first redeems. Pom Pom Mobile is very cruel for that for some reason. And I'm not sure why. You don't even check first, just go for a second? I mean, it's probably the better option, honestly. Mobile Twitch is so freaking right, Dorn. I remember when I had to stay at parents' place for a couple of days, and I didn't have access to Twitch, so I just ended up going on my phone, and I'm like, oh my god, this is obnoxious. Like, there is so much that you need to suddenly be aware of. You caught the beginning, at least. Hell yeah, you did, Lawful. $1 billion company and their only app is so bad, right? It hurts. It honestly hurts. It's just like you have so smack, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and wave to them really quick. They won't notice me. I know they won't. And that's okay. As we all know, you shoot every shot you don't take. I died internally. But no, Dorn, I agree. It's just like, how do you have this much money and your app is this bad? I guess you could ask that about their MMO too. Heyo, topical, kind of, I suppose. Not anymore, but the irritating thing is I got to play New World on a free weekend, and like the first like 4 or 5 hours, I was like, oh, I'm actually kind of digging this. And then it, like, started hitting the grind a little bit, and I'm like, oh, God. Oh, I think I'm starting to see why this all fell apart. Yeah, Pom Pom, the Amazon, which now owns Twitch, also created an MMO called New World. They can't even show timers on the app for redeems. So if they're something with a 10-minute cooldown, you have to spam to look for it. Yeah, because all it says is it's out of stock. And it's like, the heck does out of stock mean? Does that mean it's a one-time redeem? It's a forever, like, you know, it's a 5-minute redeem? It's a 10-minute, half an hour? Who knows? It was so unoptimized that it would physically... Yeah, that's right! Weren't some 3090s, or 3080s, rather, like, melted because of that freaking game? There were literally people that just heard like a little pop. It was 3090s. Yeah, I remember that they heard like a little bit of like a hiss and then a pop coming from their computer, and their graphics card was just dead. Like it literally just a circuit just burst in it, and it bricked. And it was like, oh cool. Neat. Thanks, game. That's why I was so freaking hesitant to play it on the free weekend. I mean, not that I have a 3090, but there's always a potential that it could burst a freaking graphics card, but I think at that point they had fixed it. Because there was some weird optimization in it that would just short circuit certain graphics card. At the time, yeah, a $2,000 computer part literally pops dead, and Amazon didn't claim fault and wouldn't reimburse. That's right. It's just It's just like, no, Amazon, when I played your game, my PC died. And they're like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Do you have any proof? What if it was something else? Maybe this is the graphics time. You downloaded Final Fantasy Online. New account, though. Hell yeah, Dorn. Join us. Join us. Ominous, like, creepy children chanting in the background as the vision gets a little bit more blurry. There's some, like, ominous, like, what the heck is that thing called? Dang it, what the heck is that musical instrument called again? That's really creepy sounding. Can't get to the word. What the heck is the darn thing called again? Creepy sounding instrument. A theremin. A theremin? A theremin? Theremin? Theremin. Well, thank you, Dyslexia. That was wonderful. It's exactly the word I wanted, and now I can't read it. Old account was given to a grieving elderly lady, so this new account is trial only. Well, you know, you've heard my frickin' rambles before, that I love the trial account, that it's kind of crazy how much you can do with it, so I have no issues with it. And also, yeah, I remember you gave that to somebody, and kudos to you for doing so. I hope that it gave them some semblance of peace. Even if it was just escapism. I'm looking at the word still, and I just... Theremin. Theremin. What is it, like a theremin? Oh, is that actually it? That's the spelling. A theremin? Is that how you say it? I feel like that's wrong. Hey, Blue, how's it going? Why you tapping at me? What's all this tapping about? Can't just be coming up in here and tapping all over the place. Gonna get this place all out of rhythm. We're on like a 4-tap rhythm, and you're tapping at a 2-tap, and we don't know what's going on right now. It's a really stupid story, and I don't know why I remember this, but I got a drum set when I was younger. Like, it was like somebody was selling it for like $100 for a whole drum set, and it was a really, really shitty drum set. Like, you know, like the, what is it, like the big bass drum, like the back sheet that's supposed to cover the back was just like blown out completely, like it was like damaged. The snare drum had a swastika on it, you know, like it was an old torn up thing, and I was just like, whatever, it still sounds half decent. So I ended up bringing it back because at this point I had a car, which that was an adventure in and of itself. But then at one point, you know, I had it set up and I started just trying some stuff, just kind of listening to it. And my dad ended up coming by He was just like, hey, do you mind if I give that a try? And I'm like, sure. And my dad just does this really simple, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, like and on every 4 he would strike like an extra. He would do the he would strike a different drum. And I'm just like, oh, look at you. And he's just like, yeah, once upon a time my brother used to be in a band, and one of the guys, I was just hanging out at one point, and one of the guys had to like go to the bathroom, but they didn't want to stop practice, so they were just like, yo, do you know how to play the drum? He's like, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're just like, perfect. So for like 10 minutes he just got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, well, there you go. I don't know why that story just always sticks with me for some reason. So my dad just knows this really, really simple rhythm on the drums, just enough that like so other people could just kind of jam along with it. Anyway, uninteresting story aside, we have story to do. We have name and name to talk to, because as we know, we gotta figure out what this crazy, one-eyeballed, flying, angry-teethed individual is. Smack is back! You know what? I'm gonna bow to him this time. Oh, wait a second. I've seen you before. A nice mount, I suppose. Can't believe your dad was touring all over the world. Oh my goodness, Blue. That is not what happened. A scholar, eh? I'm pretty sure that I met this person earlier today. And we are of the same kind! Just her skin is very blue. Whereas mine is just... it's a half-tanned color. Oh, I see. They don't want to interact with me. Such is the way of this world. It was actually nice. Earlier today I was doing a couple of like just little things here and there. And for somehow somebody of my level ended up just like jumping into a couple of like fates with me, and then there was just this nice moment we were just helping each other out, just bouncing around doing work, and then finally all of a sudden they just like were like just kind of paused, turned my way, bowed, I bowed back, and then we just separated, and it was just like, well, that was actually really lovely. Sorry, Dorn. I know. I'll get back to the story. Here we go. We're talking. Look, we're talking. We're talking right now. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all victims have been commonly maidens. I'd watch myself, eh? Hee hee hee. Seems unseemly jabs aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim dies, her encore went into the Great Rock southeast of here, causing it to flash and moan. Pardon? This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of this crag. Pardon? Oh, I see. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything. You just have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments, and I'll give them a gander. Using items in an area. We're learning so much right now. Oh, that does sound lovely? Yeah, sometimes. It's one of those weird things in MMOs that I do actually really like. Where you just bump into somebody, you don't exchange any words, you just communicate. Like, you just have a moment. Actually, no, I forgot about that. A few days ago, after stream, I wanted to do this one dungeon really quick, because it was really unimportant, because it was very much below my level, so, like, it wouldn't have affected anything, so I just did it really fast. And halfway through, our healer disconnected. And there was this moment where all of us were waiting, and for, like, 4 or 5 minutes, There was nothing, and all of a sudden one of the mages was just, or one of the DPS was just like, you know, we can just keep going. Like, you know, like we can just keep trying. And I'm just like, okay. And it was like right before a boss, so we jumped into the boss, and one of the other DPS died like really early, so it's just me and another DPS, and just the way that the boss mechanics worked, you could actually two-person it. So it just turned into this weird, just like me trying really carefully not to lose any health, while the DPS character was just trying to lob all the spells. And it was just like, holy shit, I think we can actually do this. So we actually ended up beating the dungeon with just the 3 of us, which was awesome. Again, I'm sorry, this is not really that important, but stories and stuff. MMOs, yay. There's something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I can't say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time of Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell upon me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out, blue, violence. I let out a scream at the top of my I love that it's just like, I don't really want to worry, Medrod, but I screamed like a little bitch when I saw the same thing he did. I'm just not worrying. I'm just not bitching about it. Unlike Medrod over there. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Well, thank you, Name. I appreciate that. That's actually very useful information. And again, keep forgetting I have a frickin' mount. I remember being on my first MMO, EverQuest for PS2. Ooh. I remember the leader of the guild I was in and his cousin was one of my best friends in the game, and apparently the leader always held it over my friend's head IRL, so I didn't like that. Handled it my way. Ooh, what is the Dorn way of handling such a situation? Did you give him the old 1-2 Dorn special? Not that I know what that is, but we're gonna pretend like that's a thing. Out of my way, nerd! I have Paladin business to attend. Wow, quite the range. That's vaguely ominous. That's the Dorn way of doing things. The vaguely ominous way. Destination. Survey. Just, you know, glance around casually. An ominous presence. Oh no! The fat version of a regular Bane Mite. The heavy version. There's only one way to defeat a creature so vile and heavy. Quick, make fun of him. That did the trick. Sorry. That was a terrible joke. I acknowledge that. You were maybe 15 at the time. I mentioned the leader to meet me up at a spot, and I told my friend to the same spot. Then said out loud in the group, we're gonna talk. Made them both talk it out and told them I didn't want to hear about it again because they shouldn't do that. So what? You did the classic, you know, now kiss, but like platonically. Or at least the equivalency of like, all right, you see this stupidity right here? You guys are going to talk to each other until the stupid stops being stupid. All right? All right. I intervened. Even saved friendship and marriage by doing that too. But Dorn, don't you know that confrontation is difficult? And most people try to avoid it to the best of their abilities? Which ultimately breeds resentment because you just push it down. Until eventually it manifests in other ways. To the point of where you don't even know why you're mad at the person, but you are. For me, you're a life coach. And you don't even charge a fee for it, which is pretty impressive because most life coaches, you know, have quite the steep fees from time to time. Look, Dorn, we know that you have a praise kink, all right? You want all those gold stars. Don't even pretend like you don't. I also blame Kaju for even having that idea in my head. A monstrous bane might appeared, and you slew it? That creature has been a scorn upon the folk of Gorg? No, I only want. No, the toast. Toast! I forgot about toast. Thank you, Dorn. Uno secondo. Gonna need musical boy open here. There we go. We could have potentially died. Intentional or no, you've done us a great service and you have my gratitude. This does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? Yeah, we need Benji! I will earn enough gold stars for a free sandwich, you'll see. Well, I don't know why I always remember this, but I just have this memory of my best bud in college. We would sometimes go to this sandwich place in the food court, and they made pretty decent sandwiches there. But at one point, like, we had just finished class, and we were just walking out of class, and he's just like, I've got a hankering for some pickles. And I'm just like, well, I guess we're going to the sandwich place then. Like, they have some, like, pretty decent pickles. Like, they had these ridiculously long and, like, wide, like, strips of pickle. Like, they were ridiculous. Like, they were almost the length of the sandwich kind of idea. So we went over there. And, you know, I order my sandwich first, and I pay for it, and then he goes up, and the lady's just like, all right, what do you want? This and this and this, and then he's just like, oh, and I want pickles, and he's like, and how many pickles do you want? And he just with the sternest straight face, he just responds, give me as many pickles as you can without a guilty conscience. That is a permanent memory that I will never forget forever. It will be with me until the day I die. I'm pretty sure I've told that story before, but I don't care. It's a good story. Most folks are too scared to go with 100 yet. I know, it's a very silly story, but I recall she ended up not even giving him that many pickles. I think it was like 3. And I remember he got the sandwich and was kind of like we sat down to eat, and he kind of looked at it and was just like, I'm like, what's going on, buddy? He's just like, it's not that many pickles, honestly. Where's Lunella? She would appreciate that. It's true, Pom Pom. Good call. Fake cool fact about Dorn. He's a big proponent of chaos. Probably of Slaanesh in particular, so he would be a noise marine. Dorn's favorite catchphrase is definitely this silence offends Slaanesh. That is definitely a thing that he says most days. It's a thing that he definitely says. It's a cool fact about Dorn. This silence offends Slaanesh. Dorn coined that phrase. He indeedy dude. Indeedy dude did that. The one who made her a talking Nutella jar avatar. Ah, Dorn. You're just, how to say? You just have this ability to puppeteer in a way from like a great distance. You know what I mean? In like a positive sense, mind you, not in some weird Machiavellian, like, you know, 4D chess strangeness or anything like that, but just like, excuse me, the like guide the person in a certain direction. Most folks are too scared to go within 100 yalms of Rock of Rancor. Oh, that's why. It has a name. But what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Here, have your frickin' lightning-inspired shenanigans. Will, who do you think was the one to get the I'm not surprised whatsoever, Dorn. You also have a knack for making friends. You remind me of, the heck was that? I knew somebody who was just one of those people that just knew everyone. You know what I mean? Like, even, like, 2 cities over, for some reason, there were so many people that just knew them. And it's like, how? I swear that you don't leave your town. But, like, everybody knows you. And you know everybody. It's madness. Like, names, things that have happened to them recently. Like, you know, the whole just like, oh, hey, Jim. Hey, how did it end up going with the car? Did you end up getting it fixed? And I'm just like, how do you even remember this? Like, how? And it's just like, Dave. Good to see you. Hope that your daughter's soccer practice went well on Thursday. And it's just like, again, how the fuck do you know this? And how do you remember it? I swear, Dorn. I swear you have that same superpower. Madness. Huh? Why do these... Oh, why? These are just your garden variety crystals. It's a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspired. I'd almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both of our time and a perfectly good fire stick. Oh well. Shit. I did actually Google something strange today, and I can't remember what the heck it was anymore. Oh, I was trying to see... Maybe I shouldn't say that. There was an article about quiet quitting, and I wanted to read about it, but the website didn't want to let me see it without paying for it, and I was not in the mood to do so. So I was looking for alternatives. We'll say alternatives. Alternatives is a safe word, right? Agrarian. Wow, only I'm gonna laugh at that. Why did I even say that out loud? Ooh. Anybody who does not like eyes, specifically big eyes that stare at you, this part might not be the most fun for you. Wow, thanks, Lawful. Oh no, he's talking and we're missing it. Well, it fits, so you don't get to see my eyes for a bit. Been no promising leads to the murders. Can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your frowned brow or furrowed brows, I can tell that this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a bane mite. But you and I were melms apart. How could we both see it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventure friend had a run-in with a bane mite at the very spot that you claimed to see the fiendish eyeball, isn't that right? Nod. There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Ooh, gee, he's getting serious. You look so cute wearing it. Why do you lie to me, Lawful? And it's true, Dorn. The stinkiest of boys. I have to do that today. To clean the table later today. Unimportant to the rest of you, but something that I need to say out loud in order to remind myself, potentially. Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhaps it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why it couldn't be. Wait. Gods, of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. Ugh, it's so obvious. And that means, since there's been repeated sightings of the fiends, then there must be more victims as yet undiscovered. Nope. I believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the experts. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It's been a pleasure knowing you. Well, I burn to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was a rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught a note, you will want to alert the authorities. There's a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. The goofy gulp? What do you mean? I just said gulp. Is that a goofy gulp? Why is your conclusion that it's a lie? Because I'm not cute, pom-pom girl. And I refuse to be told such lies. I don't accept them. Give me your best Goofy impression. I did already. I did the other day. I was quoting Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, but I'm also gonna get stage fright if I do it. Do it again. Of course, Dorn would want that. You didn't hear it. I already did the gulp. So, oh god. What's the scene from Kingdom Hearts so that I can visualize it? Wow, I'm so convinced. Yeah, def not cute. There you go. He's a baby. I don't know if that hurts me more or less. Oh, stroopwafel. I'm trying to think of a good scene that I can work with. And darn, it is the same as before. Now that I'm starting to think about it, all confidence is out the window. If I'm just casually just blah 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 blahing it, it's fine. But the eyeball. The minute I have to think about it. Gorsh, Sora. That Will guy sure is dummy thick. You look. Is that what you wanted, Darn? We ride at dawn or whatever is the earliest for the group. Pardon? Why are we riding at dawn? It wasn't even a good one. I feel like the one that I did last stream was far better. But amazing. No, I gotta stop quoting that. If there was a voice that I would love to be able to do, it would definitely be like the Ansem / Xehanort. Like, that guy has such an amazing voice, but it's so low and distinct. You know, it's just got that... Ooh, I'm going the wrong way. Who is clipping it in mobile? Are we all on mobile? Can't, you're at work, reception is bad. That's very fair, Dorn. Your work has been bullying you a little bit recently. Ling, hello! You returned from tech support hell. Yeah, I heard that it's a whole fucking thing now. I'm sorry to hear that. They're like, oh, it's way worse than we thought it was. Tech support thinks it's the neighbors. What does that even mean? So we're back to joking that my neighbors are a bunch of frat boys downloading porn. Well, Ling, if you weren't playing the frickin' that one character that you were talking about the other day in Final Fantasy, they wouldn't be tempted by such sin. I think in the end, it's your Final Fantasy character that caused all that. The post-it note isn't helping your general vibe. Excuse me, Mr. Scarecrow. Mr. Cold-Footed One. I have a redeem that lets people either stick this on or unstickify it. So it's up to them whether I am stinky or not. There's only one way to cure this pom-pom, and that's for the removal. I can't believe... Oh god, I can't read that. Anurula? Anurula? Anurula. Agrarian. Greetings, adventurers. I might, but also, hey, Frozen Scarecrow, how's it going? How's your day been so far? How's your week been going? How's everybody's week's been going? It's Thursday. It's September. Oh, you can't spray bottle. No, darn, I'm sorry. Somebody fix it. Somebody get that darn a Frozen Scarecrow sub. The year is going by too fast, but it's going well. Dude, I feel that. I feel that a lot. Oh yeah, adventurer, what's the things you need to be doing? Here, a corpse! Gods be good, not again. Oh wow, we really just brought a corpse and just kind of hurled it onto the ground. Like, we just kind of walked in and the person's just like, greetings, adventurer. What can I do? What can I do for you? And we just open up our bag of holding and just kind of tip it over and, like, kind of tap it. Just like, you know, like a couple of like iron ore chunks fall out, and like a light healing potion smashes on the floor, and you kind of sigh a little bit, and then finally you're just like, oh wait. You shake it a little bit, give it a little smack, and all of a sudden some hair dangles out, and they give it one smack and just a corpse just hits the ground with a concerningly heavy thud. And he's just like, oh God. Use the spray bottle. For the love of God, help the poor man. No matter how many bodies I see, I can't seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Oh, right, and there's a mask over her face because her face was torn off. Thanks, Bells. I'm sorry if that interrupted your work, but thank you. It's very appreciated. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end? None can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It has been difficult to identify them, so as to notify their next of... Huh? This button engraved with a lily motif. The very object was found the very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil. Or that of an organization, perhaps. There you go. This guy's starting to think with portals. Hey, Glitch. How's it going? It's alright. It was very funny. You just realize how much you interact with corpses? There is, yeah, in the main story, you actually haul like a good number of corpses. Yes, I definitely said Paul and not haul. But you're right, Link. There's a couple of corpses that you carry around throughout the main story, especially of the first game, or of the base game. Like there's this one. There's like I think a handful of corpses before that you have to pick up. There's a couple later down the line that we're not gonna say because we don't want to spoil anything for people because it's a really good moment in the game, in my opinion. It's a really good moment in the story. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal to solving these murders. Final Fantasy XIV, Corpse Galore. Do you like games full of corpses? Well, have I got a game for you. Final Fantasy XIV Online. Paul corpses. Exactly, all the corpses we found so far have been named Paul. Bye. Hold on, let me get a wave in before they disappear. They should have seen it. I think we were fast enough. And if not, well, then they don't know we exist, and that's fine. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard protocol to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. Well, I mean, you also have a couple of them, apparently, so you have another one. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, I would wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by name. Perhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon this sigil. We're off on an adventure, the wonderful adventure of Oz. Oh, we're going to the Lady of the Adventurers Guild. All right, I'm gonna go talk to the Adventurers Guild lady. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. I also have 2 Paladin quests that I need to do at some point, but we'll get to those. We'll get there, Chad, I promise. All in due time. I know that our frickin' stream title is On the Road to Becoming a Paladin, but we have stories to look into. Ooh. Oh, that's really cool armor. It's like medieval meets like cyberpunk. Excuse me, sir. Adam, sorry. Well, you know what? Excuse me, individual. I'm trying to look at this person's armor. It looks cool. Pinky promise? I pinky promise, Blue. Even if it takes until next stream, we'll get it. We'll get it done. We'll get back to the Paladin storyline and see just how terrible it is, because Kaju has proclaimed that it is not particularly fun. How's that death build? Are you the house death build? No. You're a different one. A sight to behold. And we'll deal with you later. Oh god, Dorn found it. Well, actually, I mean, since Dorn popped that in just now, so I will be streaming on Monday next week because it is my birthday. And one thing that I wanted to do that I think would be fun, like, I'm not a materialistic person. I have no interest in, like, getting gifts for my birthday or anything. But, what I think might potentially be fun is that if anybody's interested, to just suggest, like, silly things on that throne. And, like, on the stream, a part of the stream can be dedicated to us kind of looking at the silly suggestions that we found and see what we... see what kind of crazy things we can come up with. Bells, no, stop it. Stop it. Also, that probably means that I'll be streaming on Monday and not Tuesday, depending on how things happen. Gonna suggest drugs, of course. Leave it to the frozen scarecrow to be like, I recommend opioids and vast quantities of them. Did I just hear a gah? Ooh, God. What I thought. But yeah, if anybody is interested in doing that, I'm not 100% sure how it works. But if you do go to the link, I believe that there is a way for you to do suggestions from that. So if you're interested in doing that, birthday. What classifies as birthday drugs? I guess technically just sugar and maybe caffeine. But like... Also, Dorn, how did you find out? Be honest with me. Did you gamble or did you know? And if so, how did you figure it out? I assume that there's a strain of weed called birthday cake. So that... Oh, yeah, I can really taste the birthday. Found out about the throne. Specifically. Or knew that there was going to be a, you know, an exclamation mark throne. Gambled, baby. Ugh. I set that up like 4 weeks ago and was just like, yeah, I'm just not going to tell anybody. Easy. That way, technically, I've done something, but, you know, no one knows about it. Good to see you, Slips. Slips. Too bad you don't have alarms on for it. Because that webcam is on its way. Like, I set up alarms for it. I swear I set up alarms for it. Oh, good lord, he's done it. Oh, hello! Rommel, hello. Thank you for the raid. And Denzel Jones, hello. And Frost Sigil, hello, everybody. How's it going?
Welcome. Welcome.
And thank you guys both for the follows. Thank you so much. Hello, hello, hello. Hold on a second while I do the classic Pistol Whip. I don't know Pistol Whip. Does it say you are a new chatter? It does not, Rommel. I know you've been in here before at least once. Once upon a midnight summer. But I do not recall when that was. It's a VR rhythm game. It's like Beat Saber but with gums. Ooh, that sounds fun. Hold on, let me Google that really quickly. Pistol Whip. Oh, I do know this game. Yeah, a friend of mine really loves this game. Yeah, no, this game is super fun. I unfortunately haven't gotten to play it, but it's the John Wick simulator meets Beat Saber specifically. How was it? Did you have a good time? I'm guessing you had a good time. From what all the stuff that I've seen, it is a frickin' solid game. It is very, very fun. Also, Denzel Jones, am I saying it correctly? Unfortunately, dyslexia is a pain in my rear. Oh my goodness, Blue, stop it. Denziel. I hope I'm saying that right. Pom Pom, if you're there, can you please spray Blue for a second? Or Frozen Scarecrow, any of the two? Hey, TK, how's it going? Denziel. Okay, I will do my dangdest to remember that. But, Spencer has dealt with this for a long period of time, so if I say it wrong again, I do genuinely apologize. For the longest time, whenever Spencer comes into the chat, I would say Spectre without even a ponder that I was saying it incorrectly. Even to this day, when Spencer comes in, I have to look at the name and block it. There he is. I was about to say, hey, Spencer. Ah, dang it. We did our dangdest. And 4B is here too. How's it going, everybody? You absolute champions.
Welcome.
And Rommel, thank you for the follow. Very, very much appreciated. Oh, goodness. Oh, what? Now I'm getting sprayed? Pom Pom, you're going crazy right now. It's got to go do this now since you've been here multiple times. Well, it's super appreciated. Obviously, never feel obligated to do a follow if you're not interested. I would prefer that if the follow is the thing you want to do, that it's genuine, because at the end of the day, even though it's free, you know, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. At least that's where my head is at. I wanted to talk more, but you're overwhelmed like crazy, so you're gonna do more conference prep. Oh no, Lawful, I'm sorry. That's so trash. Laboo. You asked me to spray my friends, you deserved it. Excuse me? Blue needed it to calm the heck down, except it didn't work. And now it's all falling apart. Gonna go silent for a bit because food is required. Dang right. You have yourself a good meal, Rommel. Thank you again for the raid. Super appreciated. Catch you later if you're still streaming. Yeah, good luck, Lawful. I hope that the stuff is not too much of a shenanigans for you. Should be lurking? Then it's very much appreciated that you're lurking, and again, have yourself a great meal. Lonesome, hello, how's it going? All right, we're going to quickly read through the text for a second, because otherwise it's just going to linger there and I'll feel silly. So good day to you, Sleeps. By your grim expression, I suspect that you aren't here for for scones and herbal tea. Okay, well now I have to deviate. So are scones any good? I don't think I've ever had one before. And Jet Fuel just dropping that cap all over the chat. Like an absolute champion. Yes, with jam. Curdled cream. Ugh, that second one I don't like. Oh, clotted cream. That still makes me uncomfortable for some reason. Good scones are very nice. Dense but solid flavor. Interesting. I just... Ugh, I don't know why, but just the clotted is just... I don't know. It's just painting a very unpleasant picture in my head for some reason. And I know that I'm not, you know, seeing it correctly. I know that's not what I'm envisioning it actually is. But just in my brain, it's just like, no. Oh my god, I know why. I know why I don't like it, because I'm thinking about mastitis. And I've had to, like, milk cows before that had mastitis, and after you do that, that's just a memory that doesn't go away. American scones, scones are better, though. Ooh, are we about to get fighting words in the chat right now? Well, isn't that a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you find this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I don't recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with name. Over at the place. There's a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Well, there we go. We're on the trail. All poor cows? Yeah, it's not fun for them. I don't care what it is. If it's blueberry. Dorn knows what he likes. That's always appreciated. And yeah, Blue, it's not fun. Because it is like an infection, so you have to milk them, and then you have to put penicillin in order to make sure that the sickness or that the infection goes away. It's not good for them. It's not good for the farmer. It's not a good time all around. Man, you gotta buy scones, jam, and cream tomorrow. Lunch is gonna be late. 4B has his day planned out. He knows exactly what he wants, and he's gonna get it. Oh, that's right. I actually have a pizza in the fridge. Ooh, that's exciting for me. American scones are fluffier. They are more like unlaminated biscuits? Not sure what the unlaminated part means, unfortunately. I'm not much of a connoisseur of food. A very simple man. A meat and potatoes kind of boy. Raised like a farmer. Pizza party. Damn right, Blue. Damn right. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? There's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on, show me what you got. Oh my goodness. Why do you keep making me do this? Denziel. I hear you there. I have a very particular palate. It's not even so much that, Denziel. It's just I flat out just... When I figure out a dish that I can make in like a large amount, you know, like if I can make a pot of something that I can eat for the whole week, it's just like, well, that's basically gonna be a very common meal for me now. Biscuits are laminated dough, meaning they're folded over and layered. Ah! Ah, okay. Thank you, Jet Fuel. I didn't know that. Friend's mom once made broth for us for dinner, and the texture of it in my mouth made me retch. I will agree with you there. There are some textures that just immediately are like, oh, nope, nope, this is not going to be a thing that I'm going to finish. And then you get like that dirty look from the person who made it, and it's just like, the food tastes fine. It's the texture, I assure you. How do you F up broth? It's basically meat-flavored water. Any kind of liquid food makes you feel ill. It just doesn't feel right. Fair enough. There's a thing that I've been making recently that I've been really enjoying, where I'll take... I don't know why I'm suddenly giving, like, here's a recipe that I've been doing recently that's really, really good. It's just, you take, like, you know, like that 5-minute rice or whatever, like put it in a pot with water and boil it. You put water in, you put some soy sauce in, you put peas and onions into it. You bring the water to a boil, throw the rice in, let the rice cook until there's no water left in the bottom, put it in a bowl. Grab a pork chop, put seasoning on it, chop it up into small bits, and then grab a pan, let it start warming it up, put an unreasonable amount of margarine into the bottom, throw them into the pork chop pieces into the frying pan, let them brown on all sides, then put a little bit of water into it until you make like just a nice, well, essentially a broth at the bottom. And just kind of keep adding water until it's all nicely cooked and there's just like a very lovely salty flavor to like the broth. Then you take the pork chop pieces out, and then you take that broth and you pour it over the now semi-dried rice so that it absorbs it. Mwah! Delicious. Very salty, mind you, which is something I enjoy as a Dutch person. But still. Used to work at a bakery, so I know a little bit more than the average person. Oh, jet fuel, that's really cool. I like that. Like, I wish I knew more about baking, but I know jack shit. You're telling me a semi-truck tried that, right? Excuse, what did I say? What did I say incorrectly, Denziel? What did I say wrong? You need to explain the recipe in the long-winded way as possible. This is the internet. No, it's a meme. Well, now I'm worried. Please, explain this meme to me. As we all know, jokes are funnier when you have to explain them. Hi there. Ooh, look at this outfit. Fancy lady over here. 4B, I didn't know that your lady friend was in this game. That's pretty cool. Also didn't know that her last name was Windstriker. That's also kind of neat. Shrimp fried rice is a food, so people say, wait, a shrimp fried... Ah, I see. I'm starting to put the pieces together. Poland has demanded 1.3 trillion from... Excuse me? Dorn, like, is this a recent bit of information? Unless you're tricking me right now. I am cautious, but I'm intrigued. Seems some matter of decorative button. Reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I can't claim to know its sigil. However, I can see that with certainty that the white lily is a reoccurring theme in the Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would have a personal sigil of this. If there's a soul in Gridania that would know, it would be name over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point to know all the civilians in the on a four-name basis. Hiccup. 10 hours ago, but really. Figured you'd love it. That's so freaking like... You know what? We've waited long enough, Germany. Germany, remember when you came in saying it's a non-stop pop-up of stainless steel? Well, it's been a couple of years, so knock knock, open up the door. It's time to pay. Speaking of the Germans, I heard just a thing about the lower... They just did a thing that will lower the current oil prices. Ooh, go on. Do tell. Miss working at the bakery. Made the best sourdough. I have yet to ever have sourdough bread. I keep hearing like really good things about it, but I've just never had it. Oh, you don't know what it was? Normally around people who are smarter than me. Oh, Denziel, I feel that. I feel that really heavily. I remember, like, just to, like, confirm that, I once was chatting with a friend, and he went on to a topic that he was very interested in. And I just had to, like, have Google open so that I could do, like, quick searches of certain words, of, like, definitions of words, because he was just spewing out stuff. And I'm just like, well, you know, gotta freaking keep up with them as best as I can. You're Dutch and you don't know, and you've never had sour bread. I am sorry, jet fuel. I've probably failed my people. Like I said, was very much a meat and potatoes guy. I did have... My dad really liked, was that rye bread? I think it was. I think it was rye. Hold on. Let me take a peek-see poo. Yeah, it was definitely rye bread. He likes to have rye bread with his pickled herring. And I gotta say, bleh. British and you hate tea, so we stand together being strangers to our country. I mean, I like a lot of the Dutch junk food. Like, I love drop, which is black licorice. I love kroketten and frikandellen. Like, pannenkoeken I love. Like, you know, Inteltafius, stroopwafels. I'm forgetting a couple boekenpootjes. Mergpijpjes, lange jannen. Although lange jannen are just long johns, I believe is one of the ways to call them. Which I think 4B has mentioned those before. They're basically just like sugar-covered cookies. They're just like long sticks of like sugar-covered cookie. You ever had... I'm going to have to Google it. Give me uno secondo. Oh god, I've seen it before. I've never had it, but I've seen it before. I think I've smelled it before, too. And that smell is a very particular smell. Like, that is a smell where you're like, oh, this is a core memory now. And I can't remove it. It's apparently nasty as fuck. Yeah, it stinks. Yeah, now that I looked at the can and was just like, my brain just immediately, like, you know, like tickled my nose and was just like, do you remember? My brain is like, no, please. Or my nose is like, no, please, no. The kind of smell that requires a sticky note saying stinky. Dorn gets it. See? This isn't to talk. This sticky note isn't me being stinky. This sticky note is me remembering. It's remembering the trauma. It's not specifically sourdough, but I was under the impression that Dutch bread recipes are normally eaten and left to prove for more time, which makes them almost a sourdough. If that's the case, Jet Fuel, then I apologize. Like, I've had quite a bit. Like, my family was one of those, like, you know, like an eggs or something similar in the morning, then, like, meat and potatoes in the afternoon, or, like, at noon, and then, like, bread in the evening. But I normally liked to eat, more cereal than bread, personally. Oh, and fla! I forgot about fla. Oh, and, oh crap, what was that called again? Fristies! Oh, dang it, sorry, I'm going down memory lane right now of, like, treats. Apologies. We're talking about food, now my brain's going to food. You. Name believes that I can help you? Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now, what do you require of me? I love the fact that we have given this button to 3 people already. Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of the ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button must be certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gretany Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late there has been a man who is perpetually seated on a bench by the ward entrance. His name is Name, and I distinctly recall seeing a remarkably similar button upon his breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. We need visuals. Well, at least I do. Oh god, the problem is that I'm not very good at spelling. English or Dutch. Oh wait, this is not gonna lead me to where I need to go. Oh, hagelslag! Of course! Thank you, Jet Fuel. Yeah, hagelslag op or on a beschuitje. Beschuitje is basically like like a disc of bread, but it's like dry and crunchy. I don't know what the heck you would call that in English, unfortunately. But yeah, beschuit is how you say it in Dutch. And those things were really good because if they ever started getting like too dry to eat, you could just literally crumple them up into like breadcrumbs. And they'd be just poof, there you go. Need a biscuit? I don't know. I'll need to look it up. I don't know how the heck to even Google this. Beschuitje. Because I know it's not a biscuit. It's more of like... Like, imagine for a second if you left out a piece of bread for a couple of days, and presuming it didn't mold, it became very, like, hard. You know, like if you were to grab it and squeeze it, it would, like, crumble into breadcrumbs. Imagine that, but it's a circle. It's a disc. And I don't know how to spell it. Hold on. I'm potentially employing my mother. Assuming that she's actually online at the moment. Fingers crossed. How do you eat it? Normally with a little bit of butter and then some hagelslag on top of it, or strawberries, or cheese, or meat. Like it's just just a single piece of bread. Oh, hold on. We have a name. Aha! I will post the word in chat. There it is. I'm sorry that that took so long. Yeah, exactly. Some little bit of butter and some hagelslag. It's literally, but there's a couple different ones. There's also mousjes, which are like these weird little like white and blue or white and like pink beads. Which is, I don't know how to describe that. It's basically just like little crunchy sugar pellets, essentially. Those things are also pretty delicious. But then there's also, oh, what is that one called? Because there's the sprinkles, but there's also the chocolate flakes, which are also pretty good. But they have like a softer, chocolatey flavor to them. But yeah, beschuit. Hold on, let me just Google this really quickly myself so that I can be like, yeah, this is what it is. Beschuit, also known as Dutch crisp bakes. There you go. Are light, round, rather crumbly rusks. As eaten in the Netherlands. I guess rusks is another way to name it. Story time. Oh goodness. That one time Benjamin Toast fought off a bunch of hungry people at a bed and breakfast only to battle scarred by a butter knife. Escaping to you because you already had breakfast. Didn't want the carbs anyway. Gather round, children. It is story time. Now, as we know, Benjamin Toast is not an aggressive individual. He's a happy-go-lucky little toast. All he wants is to make people happy and to entertain those around him. That's why he's a bard. If you see upon my head right now, he even has his little lute. But not all in the world see him for the adorable little entertainer that he is. Sometimes people just simply see him as food. As was the one time that he made the awful mistake of staying at a bed and breakfast. What he thought was going to be a casual, relaxed little vacation for the little buddy would turn into him becoming the breakfast. Or at least that was the idea of his assailants. For whoa, did he barely get out of bed that morning, refreshed, leaving his little breadcrumbs all over the bed, were he to always do so. But he's not a bad guy. He makes sure to clean the bed afterwards. He cleans up after himself. He understands that nobody wants to clean a bed full of breadcrumbs. That's no fun. Nobody's comfortable doing that. Rusks are a type of low-sugar bread. Oh, okay. Well, then, I guess kinda technically. And hey, 1,000 rats, how's it going? So, as was promised by the individuals who run the bed and breakfast, he came upon the small dining area where he was promised a nice little breakfast of orange juice, potentially of eggs, of cereals of various varieties, of different types of breads and butters, and all things aplenty. But woe, did he not know that that day was the day that the bed and breakfast had run out of bread. Tragedy that would soon turn into attempted murder. When that poor little toast walked into the room that day, the carbs-starved individuals were already clawing away at the various parts of the serving area, desperate for their fix, but there was nothing. No carbs to be found. And when that door closed behind our poor little toast boy, all eyes turned upon him. A terrifying, hungry look filled each eye that stared upon him, and immediately he felt the nerves fill his poor little toast body as suddenly the whole room rushed towards him. Though he was a nimble and quick little lad, capable of, moving relatively quickly, as fast as a toast is capable of, still, danger was not purely evaded by our poor little lad. Though he ducked and dodged his way through the arms and hands of the many assailants to our little friend, eventually he was struck by a butter knife to the side. Luckily it wasn't fatal, but our little boy went, eh. And that caught the attention of I, the only person in the room who did not care about getting a piece of bread for breakfast. I glanced over at the horde-like mass that was chasing our poor little boy and said, "Nay, today I will not be a bystander. I will be a hero." So as Benjamin ducked and dodged his way through the many assailants, plates and knives and forks being hurled in his direction, he heard off in the distance, "Little bread dude, if you want to live, come with me." And he looked over, and there I stood, holding open the only door to the outside. And he didn't take a second guess. He rushed over as quickly as he could, and just as the clawed hands charged towards him, I managed to slam the door behind us, and we got onto a little Vespa, and we rode off into the sunset, never looking back. And luckily, we managed to escape, because all of those who seeked the carbs did not have the energy to pursue, because they were too hungry. And that's how I and Benjamin Toast met for the first time. And that's how we became friends. Partners in crime. I hope I said the correct word there, but... Okay, good. I definitely said the correct word. I wanted to say Vespa, and I said Vespa. And there you go. There's your story, Dorn. I hope you liked it. And there we go. I kept my promise. The next time that there would be a story time, I would just go at it. No thought process. Just start. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around for that little story. That was fun. Thank you. But then, really quickly, jet fuel, if you're still there, would that then classify as a... oh, sorry, you said shortbread. Dang it, I thought you said sour bread. I'm sorry. I misread it the first time. My bad. But yes, there you go. We only do that once a stream, but when we do, I try to do my dangest if I can. Alright, let's go talk to this boy. Do not believe we are acquainted. Wow. I don't think we know each other. Go away, I believe is how you would write this. You can't wait for the movie. It would be like a short story movie, though, you know, like a little indie film. About 20 to 30 minutes. And it would definitely end with like a cliffhanger in some way. Or like the potential for a sequel, you know? Who you? Go away. Exactly, Rommel. Oh, look, take the brooch. You're the fourth person that we've had to give this brooch to. Gasp! Oh, wait. The sigil of the family. How did you come into the possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face was marred. Wait, it was marred in any way? I have feared as such. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I love that, though. Just like, I guess I'll have to come clean. It's just like, what do you mean? I didn't accuse you of anything. And he's like, no. Don't try and stop me. I understand that I've potentially committed heinous sins by simply not revealing this information. It's like, buddy, I don't even know who you are. Ba-ba. Wow. Apparently, so my mom just told me, there used to be a catchphrase or like a slogan for beschouwd. And the catchphrase or like the how to say it, the little jingle used to be alleen voor beschouwd kom ik eruit, which translates roughly to only for beschouwd do I get out of bed. There you go. Fun little story there. Which I didn't know. Alleen voor beschouwd kom ik eruit. Alright. Fella, tell me your tale. Speak to me your confessions. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families of Gridania, the family. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Name, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed a heart befitting of her radiance. Why not just eat them in bed? Easy. Did we not just talk about the breadcrumbs in the bed, Blue? It was part of the story. It was like a major component. It was like one of the major story beats. You spell it like this, Pom Pom. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may as well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, till one day, without warning, she began requesting queer guests. I'm gonna just use that word anyway. I forgot to bring a lunch to work. No, Dorn! Oh no! No, Dorn! I've rescued him once and I'll rescue him again! Hold on, but good for news. Benjamin can defend himself because he has a gun. No, he's fine. He's got a 6-shooter. He's golden. Hold on, which one is it again? Oh yeah, it's that gun. It's one of the pistols from Hunt Showdown. I see Dorn has brought a gun to this gunfight. None amongst us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her regain which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough at the beginning, but they grew more and more grotesque as time went on. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaids to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant as I was. But when the time came to return home, my leg refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left place, my home, for nigh on half a century. Back off, Benji. Coach Dorn is the antagonist of the Benji in my second movie confirmed. But the thing is, though, Blue, because it's Dorn, it would turn into like Dorn would be one of those villains that you would have well, I mean, he brings up a lot of good points. You know, like he would be one of those really well-written villains where you're just like, well, I can't really be mad at him. Like, he has good points. They're just maybe slightly misguided in some regard. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that lady name had become. Yet one can't weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved to never speak of my experience until you appeared before me. Wait. So you know that potentially there is, murder happening in this place. And your best thing to do is just I'm just going to keep that to myself. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Denziel, you're a detective of sorts, right? That works well, right? If you just sweep the problem under the rug, that makes it go away, right? No issues. Could never get worse. The lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. There is blood on your hands, sir. There have been deaths. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at place, in the western edge of the central shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Ungi. I'm pretty sure that's more hangry right there, Dorn. It's got a frowny face to it. Central. Here, have a cookie. Take this cookie instead. Leave my toast friend alone. Take a cookie instead. Oh, wait, that's right. Dorn, you got called in, didn't you? This isn't a regular shift. This is hey, buddy. If you could go ahead and come in, that would be great moment, isn't it? If you saw a murder going down, would you keep it to yourself? Honestly, if I saw a murder being committed, I would probably try to, to do something. I don't know who I would help, but I would try to help in some way. Either it turns into, no, stop! Do not murder that person. That's bad. Or, no, stop. What an inefficient way to use that knife. Don't you know you need to aim between the 4th and 5th rib? That's the fastest way. I'm not sure how it would go, Blue, but it would go one of those ways. Smack, smack. I salute you, friend. Even if you don't notice me whatsoever. All right, we're interacting. Oh, we've unlocked the gate. We can go inside now. He waved back. We're going with NPCs, though. Let's go, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, going in. I'm going to need to remember this place a little bit, but it's like a haunted mansion, which I think is actually a cool little theme. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, and bats. Oh, no. The manor. Oh, and that music, too. Ah. There is something about, like, vocals like this that just make me go, I am completely paying attention right now. You have me invested in what's happening. Remember, there's one in here. All right. Here until 5 a.m. Dorn. Oh my god. Please, please, please tell me that you're getting like some crazy overtime because of it. 'Cause that sounds brutal. It's done, lady. Get kicked. Stay away from the ones labeled Ketchu. Like the organ in the back? Yeah, exactly. It feels really, it's just got a nice sound. This place has just got that, like, kind of nice, creepy vibe, you know? That, and I can actually do some, like, on a high enough level that I can actually be valuable here. No, stay stunned. Go down. Bad. Carpet stain. A lot of questions to be had about these particular lads. Like, how does a carpet stain come to life, you know? How do? Like, I get the attic bat, even though we're on the main floor, so I don't know why the attic bat is on the main floor. It should be the main floor bat. Or the ground floor, if you will. You know. It's the little details. But maybe I'm being unreasonable right now. It's nice to get back into the dungeon now. Because I am actually really far behind in the story in terms of my level. I'm like level 41. And right now, this level, I believe, or like this dungeon is like level 27. Oi! No, do not go there. Do not ignore me. Don't leave me alone. No! Hello? Oh. Oh, I love that they just knocked over the third one for some reason. Like, nope, that one? Mm-mm. I'm particularly mad at that one right there. Good riddance. Yes, yes. You're gonna pull something that you're not supposed to pull. Come on now. What about to fall asleep? It just might. I don't know if you're still there, Jet Fuel, but I'm just reminded for a second that another interesting thing, actually, about the Netherlands, I mean, potentially interesting for other people as well, obviously, but there's a different type of sugar used in the Netherlands. And I think in that part of Europe specifically, like a lot of sugar used in like North America is sugar cane, whereas the sugar that a lot of sugar that comes in the Netherlands is actually from sugar beets, which is actually a slightly different flavor to the sugar itself. So some stuff in the Netherlands that is like, you know, like the same general formula for a certain type of candy, will still taste slightly different just simply due to that change, which I think is neat. Just completely different, or like what's the word? What's the term of thinking I'm trying to get there? Like that you can have such a difference just because one thing has been changed. That room. I think I do. Well, we're gonna find out regardless. Knock, knock. Treasure chest. We have no more tiny keys. I don't know if that's a good thing. I might have to do some backtracking because it has been a hot minute since I've actually done this dungeon. Give me some loot. Fine wax. Perfect. That'll help. What makes a fine wax, though? Is it a fine wax from the perspective of, like, that it's, like, you know, like, smooth? You know, it's got, like, a very particular smoothness to it? Or is it fine as in like it's not coarse? Kaju, what are you doing here? I was actually just about to ask somebody how you were doing. Are you guys taking a quick break, I'm guessing? But welcome. How's it going, buddy? Hope you guys are doing well. Kaju found the cookies. That's why he's really here. No. No attacks. Oh, she did it. Oh, please get some heals on me, please. Please. Alright, reduction in damage. Let's go. Yeah, there you go, Blue. Good morning, Kaju. How's it going? That one down. Had to get rid of this attic bat, which again, he's out of place. Just saying, immersion is broken. Is there anything in here? Tiny key. Doesn't seem very tiny. I mean, that thing is like a forearm's length. You know, that's got like a Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone kind of key. You know, we're looking for a big, like big old heavy one, similar to the door. There, that's the one. The one with the broken wing. Oh, I don't think Kaju wants to talk. I don't think he's interested. Oh well. In that case, I simply wish you luck, Kaju. I hope that you guys crush that boss later. Or already have, should the case may be. Oh, hello there. Would seem we managed to get access to a friend. I mean, you can blame Keju for that, Pom Pom. But also, I wouldn't worry too much about when morning is. As long as you can still look at your clock from time to time and be like, alright, this makes sense. I think you're golden. What time is it now? I mean, it's technically morning according to what we were just stating, Dorn. Technically. Here's hoping there's another key behind here. Hello? Treasure! Drink. Manor boots. Are they better than my boots? They're not. And confirm it's morning here. Bells, I know for a fact that you have just spoken a lie. And you know what? It hurts. How the heck do you say that name? Manor Slaviger? I would never. Oh my. More like Liar Dome. Got him. Fucking wreck, dude. Cannot recover from this. Or should I say, Jesus Christ, Dorn, you fucking killed her. You're not much of a fight at all, are you, lady? You're what one would call a tank and spank. Simply keep poking away and eventually she just goes down, just falls over. You're like, wow, were you even really a threat? Where are your mechanics? Nowhere to be seen. Pom Pom, you might not want to do that believing. Bells is a notorious liar. Okay, well now I'm lying about Bells a little bit, but that was definitely a fib. And I'm gonna call a fib here, because I gotta. Give me that green key. Yum, 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 yum. You need to leave. Look. Bells, I'm sorry, okay? Is that what you want to hear? I apologize. Both discipline and magic. Is it the door over this way? Remember. It's always morning for Bells. You're right. Do I have an ivy key? I had a green key. There's a tiny key. Lit. Ah, just break a knee. Oh no, spooky skelly boys. Fight me, skelly men. I fear not. Okay, well, I actually have to go now. Bye, guys. Be nice to each other. Have a good one, Bells. Good luck with everything. Thank you for coming by. Did you come back in the future? Know that you're always welcome. I'm sure chat will definitely agree with that. In that it's always bright and sunny wherever she goes. I suppose. Oh. See, where are the, you know, like the basement bats? Where is that representation? Where's that category? We only got corpse flies. I don't know how to feel about that. You know. I get that it's a dark and gloomy place. Do I have a tiny key? I've opened the door. Oh, you're in Hot Cake Manor? Is that what it's called? Have you found the cake? I don't like where whatever this thought process is going, Mr. Kaju. Also, we've been trying to talk to you and you've been ignoring us, and I think everybody's really sad because of it. Oh, hell yeah, I wish I could wear that. Well, time to abandon the Paladin class and become a magic user. Come on now, a little bit more this way, if you please. You're on a 30-minute break? Well, welcome. How's the runs been going? Have you guys been... I know that the fight that you're on now is technically a 2-stage fight. Have you guys made it past stage 1? 2 mechanics left to learn. That's pretty good. You guys are making decent progress then. Oh. Still. But Pom Pom, those are Coach Dorn's cookies. Now he's gonna get jealous. It's gonna turn into a whole fiasco. It'll be the scandal of the century. Oh shit, the French bunny is in the chat. By the way, how's it going, by the way? How's it going, Spencer? I hope everything is going well. Anything valuable in there? Also. Hiya! Oh, I always mess that frickin' started up. Oh, why, Papa? I knew it. His poor heart. As long as you take from the pile that... I see. You planned for this. You were prepared for the potential chaos to ensue. You made arrangements. Well, to be fair, Pom Pom, what about the rest of the class? What about the rest of us? Do we get any cookies? I could go for a cookie. I wouldn't mind a good cookie from time to time. You better not get And the war begins. Alright, what do we got in here? Literally nothing? Literally nothing. He's eating the Pom Pom. He's eating the ones that aren't his. Pom Pom, how'd you look at me funny? Wow, Blue. Way to add extra demands onto this. You know, Pom Pom was being nice, was offering stuff to people, but all of a sudden Blue is just like, nah, I'm gonna actually need more than that. I'm being unreasonable. Shame on you, Blue. You're the kind of person that looks a gift horse in the mouth, aren't you? You can't eat gold stars. You can't eat gold stars, but you can eat goldfish. You know, the yummy snack that smiles back until you bite their heads off. Everybody please remember that that was one of the slogans. Ah! Lonesome! I'm sorry. Whatever I've done to you, please forgive me. All right. We have the Jester, the Steward. Weapons out, boys. Viewers beware. And first skill. Is that the Skeleton King? I wish I could remember the darn slogan that he had in Diablo 3, but I can't remember anymore. Something like, "You dare enter my realm?" No. Stunned, bitch. Alright, Jester time. This is no freaking Smole and Ornstein thing where this guy gets a boost when the other one dies. Which is good, because that sounds like it would be a genuine pain in the ass. You didn't know what that did? Alright, Lonesome, that's fine. I was just teasing. At this point, I get so many pillows thrown at me that I just proclaimed, like, oh goodness, what have I done? What have I done to deserve this? And other such dramatic statements. Absolutely decimated. Oh, I actually got a ring. But is the ring any good? As a question mark stat? Pardon? Ooh, yeah. Go ahead and replace our old ring with a brand new ring. It was a friendly pillow throw. Fair enough. Then I retract my dramatic statement. Unless you want it to linger, in which case that's absolutely fine too. All right. Have the capability to remove sealed banner. Don't have to go left or right anymore, I believe. Not really a point. We fight this boy. Pom Pom has all the emergency cookies around. She just has like literal tubs of cookies. Alright, guess we gotta dip into the reserves again. Watching you play this makes me want to play an MMO. Hey, if you're intrigued about doing that, Lonesome, by all means. You know, always like weigh the options there though. Because, you know. Oh yeah, here we go. We got a cutscene, ladies and gentlemen. The lady of the house, everyone. You found the hot... Oh my... How did I know that's what you were saying? How did I know? Oh, right. Because it's Kachu. But like I was gonna say, like, I'll obviously weigh the pros and cons of getting into an MMO because it is a time sink. And you could potentially lose hours to it. I mean, is the boss charmable? Spoken like a true bard, Dorn. Spoken like a true bard. Unfortunately, no. She has to be murdered. Oh, that's right. The eyeball is untargetable. You just have to take those hits. I don't know, Kaju. I think she loses points for the whole sending flying eyeballs to... Can I stun? Oh, I can't stun. Well, I'm taking that hit. Sending the flying eyeballs to remove people's faces. I think she loses some points for me on that one. Then again, I was never much for the... Oh no! It is we who have been charmed! Was never really one for the yandere sort of thing. Glowing purple eye means to look away. Like this map, one in particular? Oh, well, there you go. Thanks, Kaju. I still fucked it up. Perfect. Don't stand in bad unless it's good. If you drop to 0 HP, you die. Thank you for that helpful, or thank you, that is helpful tips from Kaju. Thank you, Kaju. Everybody say thank you. He's blessed us with some knowledge today. Goodbye, lady. Oh yeah, finished her off myself with a nice horizontal slash. Truly, Kaju, you are the glue that keeps this MMO run together. Without you, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be lost, honestly. Oh, cool, I got a card out of that. Yoink. And an orchestral piece. Maybe a chess piece? Oh, a pair of actual combat manner boots. Ooh, actually a decent upgrade. Ooh. I feel so much for knowledgeable. Is that how I'm supposed to read that, pom-pom girl? Should I read that as knowledgeable? All right, outwards we go. We did it, boys and girls. Oh. Darkness has taken root within these halls. Sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. It was a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. There's no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. Crystals make you strong, and it is that strength that the light is from. It is to that strength that the light is drawn. Hydaelyn chose well. Pity that your existence is irreconcilable, or irreconcilable to our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take measure of your strength from Master Lahara. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Must be nice to just be able to teleport like that. Farewell, or fare you well, bearer of light. Huh. Well, guess I'll just, runway strut my way out of here. Oh, hello. He was waiting for us. He's stuck in the TV. Kaju. Oh, no. Do I have an emote like that? Do I have like a panic emote? Oh no! Kaju's trapped in the TV! I'm so upset and disappointed. Heck, I'm even shocked. Oh my god, he's out of the TV again. Okay, well. Now he's trying to seduce me. Avatar, hello, how's it going? Alright, well, Kaju's making this weird. We're just gonna leave. Yep, he made it weird. Goodbye. Nope, goodbye. That fucking tank had wheels and it upset me. It didn't even have treads, it had wheels. Makes me think of the, ooh, what was that thing called again? Kachu Machu VT. Well done, Blue. Well done. You win. Well done. The heck was that darn vehicle called again? World War II, German. Cannot think of the name anymore. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I just can't remember what it's called. Apologies. I need to figure this out. That's the one. What is it called? There it is. The Panzerspaarwagen. The Schwerer Panzer, Panzerspaarwagen, I think is how you would say it. It was a wheeled vehicle that actually had like a reasonable turret on top of it, if I recall correctly. Specifically, the one that I'm thinking of is that one, yes. For anybody who is interested, I will post it in chat really quick. It's right in there. Oh, no, I was actually thinking of the wrong vehicle. This is the SDK FZ. I was thinking of a different vehicle. That's my bad. This is the vehicle I was thinking of, though. Put a shirt on. Goodness. Oh, I'm about to run past it. No, I'm doing all right. There we go. I'm done with work, which means you get to go home, which means you have to drive. Oh no, Pom Pom! You can do it. You just gotta make it home. You're almost there. You have returned. What sights await you within the manor? What has become of Lady Name? You must tell me. You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I had done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I have to say goodbye for now for safety reasons. Have a good stream. Thank you very much, Pom Pom. Have a safe trip. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe that they brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor of gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. He says, sitting back down. Thank you, Pom Pom. I'll have a sip of water now. Thank you. That is the last of my water, too. I'm out of water! Everybody panic. Or don't. It's probably better that we don't panic. Panicking gets us nowhere. Gee, I hope that they have mulligans in the afterlife. Am I reading that correctly, Avatar? Oh god, we just faced these demons and he's sitting on top of one. Strange anarchy. Don't do this to yourself. No, Blue! I lied, don't panic. Mulligans? Mulligans? I think it was mulligans. I always thought it was mulligans. Or is it Molly Gins? Malegians. That was what the great emperor of Rome proclaimed. The great milady. You know, the great nice guy of Rome proclaimed when he learns that his legions were killed. Malegians! An effort to redraw the first hand of a game. Yeah, I know, Dorn. I've just probably never been said it right. I think that's probably the issue here. I'm stupid. I am not a clever man, you see. Speak to me, Minfilia. Welcome back, Sleeps. Full glad I am to see you safely return. Tell me, how fares your sojourn? Your trip into the 12 woods. Mumble, 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 yada, 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 speaking in the many rhymes as I do. Why do I suddenly remember that there was an episode of Seinfeld that was about yada yada-ing sex? Why is that a thing that I'm just suddenly regaled with? Well, here we are. 2 of La Habra's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt then. The faction has begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that the Scions are too few to protect the realm against the threat unaided. We must need alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy and request they heighten their vigilance. There is no shortage of misery in the world, misery in the world that the faction might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all that we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requests your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Victory noises. Yeah, level 30, and we're level 43. We are so ridiculously far ahead. All right. I'm going to take a tiny break because I need to go refill my water. Ooh, shh. Hush. Hush, my little arm. I'm going to quickly drop a poll to see what you guys would prefer doing. Story. And we're going to give that 5 minutes. We're going to start the poll. There we go. So I'm going to take a quick little break. You guys have time to go ahead and vote for what you would prefer in the poll in terms of where we're going to go with the game. We're either going to keep doing the main story quest, which is this, or we're going to go and do some class quests for the Paladin. But until then, if you can and are able to, I hope that you get up and stretch, grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself something to drink. I will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and I will see you guys very shortly. And we're back. Apologies, that took a little bit longer than I was expecting myself to. There's just such a strange thing with like hyperfixation stuff. Like, you know, you go into a room and your whole plan is just like, all I need to do is go in there, get a glass of water. And then just like one thing catches your attention. You're like, oh, well, I can do that really fast. And then, you know, suddenly you're wiping down the counters, and then you're sweeping the floors, and then you're just like, I do not have time for this? Why am I doing this? But thank you, Blue. And also, it looks like everybody proclaimed Paladin quests, so let's go do some Paladin quests. We're off to see the Paladins, the wonderful Paladins of Uda. We're gonna see just how bland this storyline is. We already know that there's a paladin of some sort. Oh, what are you? What is your class? You are a warrior. Look at this axe. It's so over the top for no reason. This is so impractical. If it was flipped the other way, maybe. But still, it looks really cool. And you got the little archer beside him. Good for you. Level 25, you're on your way to the top. I believe in you, Crystal Bears. Crystal Bears, they're gonna make it someday. Oh. I don't know why I'm walking, by the way. I realized that I could literally just teleport there. I would get sliced by that axe. Blue, that's not a healthy attitude. That's like the opposite of a healthy attitude. Stop it. Alright, we're not even supposed to go here. Oh, I've been just misguided. I need to go here. Mirror. There he is. Jen Lanes? Is that how you would say it? Jen Lines? Jen Lines? Oh snap, he's actually gonna even teach us shit. Like, big abilities. Block incoming attacks. Increase your oath gauge by 5 every time an auto attack lands. Oh. Oh. And this is like level 35. We're like actually missing mechanics at the moment. Alright. You have earned your right to call yourself... Oh yeah, let's give this guy like a Zach Brannigan voice. You've earned yourself the right to call yourself a paladin. But how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor does not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart and strive always to be an exemplar of true virtue. Once, not long ago, the Sultan's sworn just walked the streets with their heads held high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude. And no one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. I have a suspicion that the predecessor is probably the dude that betrayed everybody, or according to him, betrayed everybody. When I saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to a local festival, but somehow he managed to take a wrong turn. Pom-pom, this means war? Pardon? There's war? Oh no! Cuz you don't start a war. Don't do that. Why is there sad music? It's not sad music, Blue. It is a little bit melancholy in some regard, but I don't think it's entirely sad. It does have kind of a more somber feel, absolutely. We became lost and stumbled into the secluded back alley. Luck was not with us because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd, and we were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would get struck. That's when the captain saved us from our plight. I've never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds the hunters were on the ground or fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels, but my father had time to thank him. Even today I see the captain as he was. Blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. I don't know why I've chosen this voice for this guy, but we're sticking to it. I love the voice that you're doing for this guy. I don't know why this is happening, Avatar, but I'm here at this point. It's like a failed attempt at Zach Brannigan. After that, all I wanted was to be a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultan's Sworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive at the training yard, the last to leave. Yeah, I fancied myself something of a scrapping young lad. As the years passed, and so the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named captain of the Sultan's Swarm. Yet the triumph was hollow, because by then, the honor of the Sultan's Sworn elite, the very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like the discarded banner of a fallen foe. Defeated foe. You know what? I'm sticking to fallen foe. There are many reasons for the fall, but the loss of the Oathkeeper, yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan Sworn by the then Sultan of Ul'dah, or Ul'dah. In time, it became our own standard, the symbol of the oaths that we swore. It was treasured by every new captain of the generations. Possession was proof of the Sultan's sworn command. But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. Oh, Oathkeeper is an item. Whoops. It shook our brotherhood to the core. How could we be trusted to protect the Sultina if we couldn't even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We had been tarnished in the eyes of the ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultan Sworn are to survive, we must find the traitor and recover the Oathkeeper. But the Sultan Sworn have grown too weak. We cannot do it ourselves. We've been forced to recruit outsiders to help our cause. Shook the Brotherhood to the coral? To the coral? Yes. Yeah, I'm sticking to that. I said it wrong, but I'm sticking to my guns. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is good... Yeah. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a good thing that we ask, and you must... it is a great thing that we ask, and you must learn more about our secrets if you are to succeed. In outer location, near Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against a host of beasts would be a fine way to hone your skills that I will teach you. In the grove, you will find another brazier. I always say brazier, and I know that that's not correct. This time filled with potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. Well, certainly a simple quest if there ever was one. But I'm not one to shrug away a challenge. And neither are you, chat. I know you. Is that not correct? Coral? I mean, I think you're missing the L if that's what you're going for, but... Just say it. Coral. Coral. No! Brazier. Isn't it supposed to be Brazier? It is Brazier. You know what? I'm sticking to it. We're going to check out the Brazier. Oh, also, fun story, because I think we're going to the same place. Perfect, we are. So, the other day I was just roaming around, just collecting some of the... I wanted to do the hunting log. And I was just running around doing the hunting log, and I couldn't figure out where this one monster was. So I was roaming around, looking for it, trying my dangest. Is somebody doing this quest already? Are we fighting? We have to help them! The Code of the Guardians. Achoo! Fear not, individual, who I've actually run into before. I am here to assist. WillSleepsNot is on the case. This creature is as good as dead. I will keep them. Oh god, you're almost down. Oh, and I haven't popped this. That. Smack them. No, we have to protect them. No! I did my damnedest, and my damnedest wasn't good enough. I let this poor boy die. His blood is on my hands. I'm sorry. Onigiri, Yuki, I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to be like this way. I'm sorry. Get out of here! That is a dot hack. Ooh, which one is that? How much is this game a month? I don't want to risk getting addicted with the free trial, then get addicted and paying. I'm not sure how much it is a month, Lonesome. Kaju, are you still there? Kaju Maju! I think the half an hour's over, but I call upon you regardless. Or if somebody could just check for me, that would also be really great. But I know Kaju would know, so. I'll look it up. Don't bother anyone. I'm sorry, Lonesome. I would have to bother Kaju because, you know, that's kind of our thing. It's our dynamic, if you will. It's sassy frassy. If I were to take a guess, it's probably 15 a month. I thought I died just now. I was like, well, that's it. I jumped off the edge. But yeah, to continue the story really quickly. So I was looking around for monsters, and I couldn't seem to find them anywhere. So I looked over here in this area. And note that there's a hot spring here. Pretty nice looking. Oh, look! That might be the similar crew. Because I was walking, and over here were two individuals. It might have actually been them. In their underwear. Both sitting, and one clearly sitting in a way so that they were straddling the other person. And I basically just kind of hopped in here, was just like, huh, oh, sorry, didn't mean to bother anyone, sorry. Accidentally walked into an RP session. Whoopsie doodles. You know, as you do. Should have joined them. Blue, I can't do that. They were probably having a good time. You gotta let them be. just don't do that, Blue. Another one. Oh, but how many will we be defeating this fine day? Oh, and why do I not have my boy out? Eat those greens. Nom 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 nom. Uh-oh. Into! Excuse me. Well, now I gotta write that time down. Excuse me, everybody. I'm sorry for the sneezes. 248. Oh. Thank you for the blessings. There might still be one in the chamber for some reason. As is per usual. But slowly the sneeze compilation will commence. We're slowly making our way there. Depends on the package that you're looking for. Ah, he is there. I'm sorry for proclaiming your for calling to you, Kaju. Think base pay. Oh, right, but you have to pay for the expansions, right? The expansions are not free, I presume. Sure thing, Will. Sure thing, Blue. What the bleep? I read the Mr. Streamer and was just like, oh, that's this name. I'm sorry, Blue. You have yourself a good trip, though. Or good night. Whatever you're doing. I'm realizing I'm making bold assumptions right now. You have a good rest of your night. There we go. I want to look at this, too. I'm curious. Ah, it's about characters. Okay. Well, oh wait, hold on. Well done. You seem to have taken your skills I taught you and made them your own. I still do not have word where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Kaju, what does an oath gauge do? What's a bulwark? Oh, it's not even bulwark, it's a Sheltron. Oh god, what is that? Block incoming attacks. Duration 4 seconds. Oh, it costs oath. Profusely cry as I dig through my wallet. No, Lonesome. Do the free trial first, if nothing else. Please. It's up to the end of the first expansion, which I still haven't reached before, Kaju. I never made it past the base game. But this time's the one, Kaju. I promise you. Promising you, and I'm promising chat. This is the one where I'm at least going to make it to the end of the first expansion. Alright, bud. Round 2. Teach me things. Now I will get access to Prominence. Deliver an attack with a potency of 100 to nearby enemies. Combo action, Total Eclipse. Let's see. I had friends play the game for like 6+ months just playing the free trial because there's just so much content. There is a lot of content. All the classes, all the, well, besides the ones you can't get access to, but I mean, still, the majority of the classes. all the gathering, all the crafting, the story, side quests. I think you have access to PvP even on the free trials. He has another lesson for me, does he? My welcome, Paladin. You should know that word of your deeds has reached me. Few of those who follow the true path, the true Paladin path without misstep, but you are one of them. I am proud to call you sister. Oh yeah. Has been kinder to fans than WoWs. I would probably say yes, but Kaju is much more of an expert on that than I am. You have kept the faith, and in return, I must have faith in you. It's time for you to know the truth. Though it is hard to share, for it is a shame that I would rather hide from outsiders. Here we go. It's about to happen. We're gonna learn it. Perhaps you remember when I told you of the traitor and the sword Oathkeeper that he saw. Oh, the sword. It's a sword. The sword Oathkeeper that he stole. His name is Name, and he was my predecessor as captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite. He was not a very groovy dude. Yes, he was the same man who I admired as a child, and he inspired me to take up the sword and follow the way of the Paladin. He was the paragon of paladins, until, that is, he changed. Some years ago now, there was a struggle for influence between the Sultanate military and a faction within the syndicate known as the Faction. The latter emerged triumphant, and the army's authority was diminished dramatically. Although Name was still a captain of the Sultan Elite, he knew his position was perilous, so he fled, taking Oathkeeper with him. In doing so, he went against the words he had spoken on bent knee before his royal liege. Not a groovy thing to do at all. Now it falls to me, as captain, to restore the honor in the name of the Sultan Sworn. If that means cutting down my former mentor and master, I would do it gladly, for his misdeeds cannot be forgiven. Love the way you read that. Thank you, Lonesome. The accent and the tone is all over the place, but I'm trying my damnedest. But his death will not lift the stain of that mars our name. He must be put on trial in public court, so that everyone knows his crimes. Then, and only then, can we begin to earn the people's trust again. I guess the difference... If you don't like lore-heavy games, you're going to have a hard time with the early stages. The early stages of the game, yeah, definitely. But end game rating and other things are fun. I love lore, so for me, this game is a big old mwah. He served over 30 years as captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite. He was a formidable foe. Few could match his skill with a sword. Even together, you and I could find it difficult to take him alive without mortal wounds on one side or the other. So you must continue to hone your skills and prepare for the day when we will face him. Me, what's going on, Lonesome? To complete the next stage of your training, you must do this. Go to place in Eastern Place to find the brazier we have placed there. Alright. By lighting it, you will draw the ire of the creatures dwelling within the waters. Face the creatures in battle and master your new skills. The fight will not be easy, and if you take to heart what you have learned, let the crystal be your guide, and you will triumph. I'm not gonna lie, Kaju, I do agree. Currently this story is a little bit just like, my mentor is bad. He probably has his reasons. He didn't mean to chat that. That's all right, Lonesome. You're downloading it now. Hell yeah, brother. Why was it in there? Engage. Paladin, which increases as auto attacks are performed. Strong Oath is required to execute several attacks. Excuse me, got a little bit of a phlegmy throat going on at the moment. Will grow weaker upon using them. Current symbol. Well, I know about that. Cool. I didn't know that the Paladins got their own system. Ah, so that's how you see the difference. All right, it's got a nice way to look at it. I like that. Let's see, what do we got? All right, this is the last quest we can do anyway, so we'll get this quest done and then we'll call it a night. We'll go a little bit over, and that's all right. Out of curiosity then, Lonesome, what do you think you're going to play if you already have a guess as to what you will be playing? You got a crash, work tomorrow, have a great stream. Thank you for the info. No problem at all, Lonesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Wizard. So you'll probably play a Thaumaturge or an Arcanist then. Or an Arcanist, however you wish to say that. In which case, as far as I'm aware, they're very fun. Both of them are pretty fun classes, so. But as Kaju has always said to me, every class is valid. So. Arcanable. I don't like to consider myself an Arcanist. I like to consider myself an Arcanable. You know, he holds up a little, like, arcane crystal and just... And everyone else is looking at him horrified as he's just chewing on this crystal made of just pure, like, ether. It's like, you have to stop. And he's just like, but they're so delicious. Well, we gotta partake in this. Let the battle begin. I'm sorry, everyone. It had to be done. God, I poked him and he just died. Where are the rest of them? Where are the rest of the devils? There they are. Focus on me, fools! They are not your enemy, but I. Oh wow, I'm actually glad that I popped in here. There were only a couple of boys left that could actually, you know, put up something of a fight. Oh, there is a new boy. He's being a rude boy. Come here, rude boy, 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 boy. And you give it up. I don't know the rest of the rest of the lyrics, so unfortunately I can't keep being like, yeah, these lyrics of that song that I definitely know. I don't think they can actually get through that gap or something. Poke! There's the last of them! Rally to me, men! Strike down the fiends once more! Bring peace back to this little area. That's right. Be gone, you little devils. Excuse me? There's a round two? I'm not doing a round two. Nope, you guys are on your own. Good luck. I did good today. We did good today, chat. We did great. You know, walking away as the village is slowly burning. We're doing great right now. We're basically heroes. Ah, we fight in the rivers. In plate armor. What a good idea. What a great idea. Fight me, flying fish. Oh, that's a cool looking specialty. Kaju, I don't know if you're there at the moment, but does the Sheltron, does that block like all damage? Is that like a boss about to come in with the big slam-a-jam? And I say nay? We are but men. Rock. Sorry. My brain is just all over the place right now. Oh, there's even more of them. Fiends alike, who shall fall to my sword just like those before. Little known fact, paladins, mass murderers, gleefully just absolutely wrecking people. We should all be very concerned of paladins. They seem like a dangerous sort. Pardon my voice break there. Oh, well, they failed. Well, I mean, it was kind of a grossly easy fight. Just gonna go ahead and extract the materia out of there really quickly. We have too much money. This. Teleport back. Gotta spend the money somehow, otherwise it just disappears, and that's no good. Just poof into the ether, like it was nothing. Ooh, there's another cool looking axe. But which side do you swing with? Madam Infinity Razgins. Could you please wield your weapon for a moment so that we can see which side is the axe side? No? Alright then. Naked Jesus, always a pleasure. Dang it, I'm doing it again. Well, we get to see Naked Jesus a second time. And somebody in a sun hat. That's pretty nice. Always a nice little view to get at the very end of our little adventure here. I actually made some really good progress this stream. I'm genuinely happy with where we are right now. Game. You say one nice thing. You say one nice gosh darn thing. And the game goes, tee-hee. Nope. That's a nice connection you have there, friend. 'Twould be a shame if I were to trip over the cable with my hand deliberately. And then I just watch the connection tower fall off the table and crash loudly onto the floor. I just kind of look at it and then look up at them and then look back down at it and just sigh softly. All right. Now we're going to finish this. Hold on, I got a burp coming up. Excuse me. Good. You've mastered your new skill and made them your own. Or your new skills and made them your own. But much work remains to be done before you can face the traitor name. We are close to finding him. And as our net draws tighter, it grows even more important that we are ready for the moment when the fish must at last be landed. What a terrible way to write that. But thanks, I guess. Frickin' nerd. But we do have a new ability now. I don't know where it goes in the cycle, but we'll learn eventually. Souls of the Paladins passed something about my soul and learning. Yeah, we have a new ability. Oh, that's really cool. Combo from the Total Eclipse. Oh, Total Eclipse. And jumps into that? Is that how I'm seeing it? That doesn't seem to be a buff that comes from it, though. It's a really cool visual, though. God damn. Well, we'll have to figure it out at some point. I'll put it on the list, but I won't know how the frick to activate it. Maybe I'll actually have to hit things with it in order to make it work. Who knows? Maybe I have to activate this to make that happen. No dice. Well, we'll figure it out. Regardless, we are done for the day. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. For being here with May. Always a good time. So now, we're going to go ahead and see where we're going. We're going to go ahead and start a poll. Where go? We have Mahjong. We have art. We have Final Fantasy XIV. And we have ASM art. We'll do this for 1 minute. There you go. Guide this ship, ladies and gentlemen, for I know not where we are going. Unless nobody knows where they want to go, in which case then we'll probably just raid Kaju, because I probably owe him a raid. But I'll leave it up to you, unless you guys are not interested in taking a gamble, which is obviously fine. There are just days where you're like, I don't want to make a decision. Do I look like somebody who wants to decide things? Deciding is for nerds. What am I saying? Who the heck knows? I'm just talking to talk. Well, it looks like we're going to Final Fantasy. We're going to go ahead and go to Kaju. All right, off to Kaju we go then. Kaju, let me grab your tag there right quick. / raid Kaju Maju. / raid F. / raid S. Did it incorrectly, but still, that's fine. So there we go. Thank all 11 of you for being here. Very much appreciated. It always blows my mind when I see the number of people that are actually still around at the end of my streams. So again, super appreciate you guys. I need to say my endings, because otherwise my mental health is going to freaking scream at me. So thank you guys very much for stopping by. If you are subscribed, please use the top message. If you are not subscribed, please use the bottom message. Thank you guys very much for stopping by, whether you were chatting, whether you were lurking, whether you just popped in and out for just a few seconds. Know that you are appreciated regardless. I hope that you're having a great day, afternoon, evening, or night. Kaju, you can't end stream. No, I'm going over there anyway. Hope they have a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it happens to be for you. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I've been plenty of water, and when you finally do sleep, I hope that you have a very restful sleep. We're going over to Kaju's place. We're going over to Kaju's. I'll see you guys there.